Here we have Gary with an amazing Bentley, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about it. And he's done some customization work, and I got to tell you, it looks factory. It looks amazing. So Gary, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much. This Boattail Speedster started out as a four-door sedan, and it was just always, just wasn't what I wanted. And I've had Bentleys and Rollses all my life. I've built them and restored them and designed them and did everything else. But I wanted to do something nobody had ever done with an automobile before. Try to think of something that nobody has ever done meaningfully on an automobile. Something. So for 20 years I'm thinking, what can I do? And I built the chassis. But this started off as an old four-door sedan. I threw the body away, and then I restored the chassis, and I moved the engine and the transmission back 18 inches. And I set and let it sit for 20 years while I'm trying to think about what I wanted to do with this particular car. I'm laying in bed one night and it went bing, and the bing was in a 20-year period when they built cars with twin side mounts, they always looked a little unusual to me because the door was straight, it was on an angle, but it just didn't look right. And what I did is this. This is the only car in the world where it is scalloped around the spare wheel. And of course, I designed these, which is half of the Bentley's logo and the step plate. And made all of these things up. I have them made up and cast up. And what's really unusual on this car, it's a 1938, it's a 4 1/4 pre-war. But in 1928, the Rolls Club came over with all these bits and pieces that they wanted to sell to the enthusiasts here in LA. And they had this radiator from a 4 1/2 liter Bentley. And I found out that it was been in a wreck at Le Mans in 1928, and the only thing was salvageable was this radiator. And so Rolls ended up buying Bentley, and they had this in their stock, and they came over to the United States, and I saw it, and I went bing, boom. I grabbed it like just as fast as I could. So this has a 4 1/2 liter Le Mans Bentley radiator on it. And then a neighbor of mine came over and said one time, "Oh, I've got a neighbor moved out and he left the radiator, or not a radiator, but the hood." I said, "Wait a minute. Of all things in the world you never get rid of is the hood. You save the hood." He brought it over, and so help me, it was the actual one. So you'll notice the fins and the vents on it right here. All of this. That's all 4 1/2 28. So it's really cool. And there's your radiator with the stone guard and everything. It's really, really special. So that's what I did. And I ended up with making this beautiful car. And we really enjoy it. It just goes like a bat out of heck, too. Come and see the rest. The biggies. The big brothers.
And who do we have here in the passenger seat?
This is Kira Steinbach, just a good friend of mine. And she loves to model, and she loves to talk to people, and it's a kind of a little different than most people usually sit away from their cars. We stay with them because I want to talk to the people, because that's what I really enjoy about these cars, especially Rodeo Drive and Carmel and that. We stay with the cars the whole time and talk to people, and you never know who you're going to meet and what's going to come up. So it's just a lot of fun. But now I give you a special invitation. Come on out to my place, and I'll show you 7 or 8 more pretty interesting cars. They're all one of ones.
Wow.
And a couple in midst of being built. One has a 1917 Fiat airplane motor, 6-cylinder, water-cooled, 21.7 liters.
What?
And we got it in one of the Beasts.
That's a battleship.
Yes, it is. So that'll be out here one of these days.
All right. Thanks
Thank
again,
you very
Gary.
much.
So much.
God bless
Appreciate
you.
it.